They're not just endangered, they're nearly gone. In this episode of the Extinction Series, we reveal 5 animals with fewer than 10 individuals left in the entire world. From remote oceans to isolated islands, these species are standing on the final edge of existence. Some may not survive the next year. Others might hold on, if we act in time. Watch to the end, and meet the rarest lives left on Earth. Which is faster in your opinion, the Peregrine Falcon or the Cheetah? Which one would you bet on in a race? Tell us in comments. Animal 1. Vaquita, the world's rarest marine mammal. Only 8 left, the last breath of the vaquita. And once they're gone forever. The vaquita is a small porpoise species found only in the northern Gulf of California, Mexico. It's not just rare, it's the most endangered marine mammal on Earth, with an estimated population of fewer than 10 individuals left in the wild. Discovered only in 1958, this elusive species was already in danger by the 1990s. Their biggest threat: bycatch, getting entangled and drowned in illegal gill nets set for totoaba fish, whose bladders are highly valued in black markets. Vaquitas are shy and hard to spot, rarely captured on camera. Their small size, dark rings around their eyes, and gentle, dolphin-like appearance make them unique, and heartbreaking to see vanish. Despite conservation efforts, including gillnet bans and marine protected areas, illegal fishing continues. The few remaining vaquitas live in a shrinking zone of safety, and no successful breeding program exists. Scientists now track them using underwater acoustic devices and drones. If this tiny population disappears, there is no second chance. The vaquita stands as a chilling symbol of how quickly human activity can erase a species. And with less than 10 remaining, the clock is almost out. 2. Yangtze giant softshell turtle, a dying lineage. 3 turtles. 1 female. No babies. Time is running out. The Yangtze giant softshell turtle isn't just rare, it may be irreversibly doomed. Only 3 known individuals remain, 2 in Vietnam and 1 in China. All attempts at breeding have failed. In 2019, the last known female in China died after a failed artificial insemination attempt. This species, once widespread across the Yangtze River and Red River basins, has been driven to the edge by habitat destruction, overfishing, and pollution. These turtles can live over 100 years, but their slow reproductive cycle and isolation have pushed them past the point of natural recovery. Breeding efforts are difficult due to the massive size of the turtles, up to 150 kilograms, their age, and the extreme sensitivity of the few left. Conservationists now search desperately for another female in the wild, but time is not on their side. Unless a miracle turtle is found, this may become the first major extinction of a giant turtle species in the 21st century. 3. Spix's macaw, a blue ghost of the wild. Back from zero, the Spix's macaw's fragile return. Once declared extinct in the wild, now only 4 to 6 fly free. The Spix's macaw, famously known as the inspiration for Blue in the film Rio, was declared extinct in the wild in 2000. But after years of captive breeding, a handful, around 4 to 6, have been reintroduced to the wild in Brazil. Bright blue, elegant, and rare, these parrots were wiped out from their natural habitat due to deforestation, the illegal pet trade, and the destruction of the Caraibira tree they relied on. By the late 1990s, only 1 known male remained in the wild. Now, thanks to international collaboration and breeding programs in Qatar and Germany, over 180 birds exist in captivity. A few have now been released into a secure wild sanctuary, but with under 10 in the wild, their future is still uncertain. These birds must learn to fly, forage, avoid predators, and, crucially, breed in their native environment, a challenge after generations in captivity. Their story is not just one of hope, it's a reminder that conservation can work, but must move faster than extinction. 4. Northern Bald Ibis Morocco wild colony. Just 8 wild ibises in Morocco, 1 storm could end them all. The northern bald ibis once ranged across Europe, the Middle East, and North Africa. Today, only a tiny colony of about 8 individuals survives in the wild in Morocco, a remnant of a species already critically endangered. Recognizable by its bald, red head and glossy black feathers, this bird faced decline from habitat loss, hunting, and pesticide poisoning. Once considered extinct in Europe, it has been reintroduced in several places, but the wild Moroccan colony is natural, not captive bred. What makes this group vulnerable is its isolation. A single disease, heatwave, or food shortage could wipe them out. They nest on coastal cliffs, rely on wetlands for food, and are extremely sensitive to climate shifts. Efforts to protect them include constant monitoring, habitat preservation, and breeding programs abroad. But these 8 birds represent the last natural stronghold, and they are under constant threat. One gust of misfortune, and 8 could become 0. 5. Pinta Island Tortoise, lonesome no more. The last of his kind is gone, but maybe not entirely. The Pinta Island tortoise of the Galapagos was believed to have gone extinct when the famous Lonesome George died in 2012, the last confirmed individual. But recent genetic studies have identified hybrid tortoises with partial Pinta ancestry on nearby islands. Lonesome George lived for decades in captivity, but never produced offspring. His story became a symbol of extinction, a quiet end to a species that once roamed freely. But in 2015, scientists discovered tortoises on Isabella Island with DNA markers from George's lineage, suggesting possible descendants from earlier relocations or interbreeding. While no purebred Pinta tortoise exists, the fact that genetic traces survive offers hope. Conservationists are now using selective breeding to try and revive the lineage, a process that could take generations. The situation raises philosophical and scientific questions. When is a species truly extinct? And if we can rebuild it, should we? You've just seen 5 species on the brink of disappearing forever. Their survival isn't guaranteed, and for some, this might be their last mention in human history. Extinction isn't coming, it's already here. If these stories matter to you, help spread them. Subscribe to follow the rest of the Extinction series and stay informed about the species we're losing, and the ones we might still save.